Well, Omega actually introduced me to Orbis and the work that they do, and they invited me to go see firsthand an Orbis mission in Peru. Being able to spend time on the Flying Eye Hospital, meet all the doctors, the volunteers, was just an incredible experience. I did go to Machu Picchu, yeah. We started out our trip going to Machu Picchu, which was on my bucket list, so I was very excited about that. And I actually thought going to Machu Picchu was going to be the highlight of the trip, but in fact, doing the Orbis mission was the highlight. I think for me, the highlight was spending time with the patients and their families, and even over the course of 2 days, developing a relationship. And in the film, you see there's a moment where one little girl finally opens her eyes, and she didn't want to open her eyes because she was scared. And the first person she sees is me, and she reaches out for me. And I got choked up in the moment, and then especially watching it back. And that's the kind of emotion that you can't manufacture. It only happened because my daughter and I were there waiting with the girls before they got their surgeries, playing games with them, singing songs with them, playing with them, so that finally the next day when she saw me, I was a familiar face. And it was a very rewarding feeling. The doctor who was doing one of the eye surgeries invited me to come actually into the operating room to watch an eye surgery happening. And I wasn't expecting to do that. I wasn't told beforehand that I was going to do that. But it was so impressive. First of all, I was so impressed just with all the doctors and the nurses that were volunteers. Here, they're all year long, they do eye surgeries, and then on their vacation time, they donate their time to do more eye surgeries. I guess I got caught up in the moment and was just so impressed with the work that they were doing. Although there was one moment where I started feeling a little queasy and I had to step out. But then I went back in and finished the job. If you've never watched a surgery, which I had never done, it's very graphic, obviously, but also I think we think our eyes are so delicate, you know, you don't even rub them too hard. And the way they were operating on this eye, and it just kind of, it looked so rough to me, like they were manhandling the eye a little bit. But then the next day, the little girl took her bandages off and her eyes were straight, so I guess they know what they're doing. Well, I learned a lot about Orbis and about blindness around the world. I mean, I think 80% of the world's blindness is curable. When you help someone save their sight or give someone sight, it's more than just giving them sight. It's giving them a way to take care of themselves, to live independently, to get a job. It really, the sight trickles out. It doesn't just affect that one person, it affects the whole community. This was one of those experiences where I felt so grateful to be able to include my daughter. I could provide an opportunity for her that's really unique and special, and I think in some ways will help shape her. I think for everything for her was new. She'd never been to South America, but for her to see, I think just to see how fortunate we are in our own lives. I mean, you go to a place like Trujillo where getting eye care, just a regular eye care, glasses, you know, not everyone can afford it. And I think that for a 13-year-old child, like to see the world in a way, it's very eye-opening. Hopefully people will be inclined to tune in and watch Hospital in the Sky, and hopefully they'll learn about vision and that there are ways to prevent and cure blindness. And if they like the work that Orbis is doing, and you see in this film the incredible work they are doing, that you will help raise awareness and donate money. Hi, I'm Cindy Crawford. Please watch Hospital in the Sky on the National Geographic Channel.